As well, not sure how great a chance it is. All you have to do is have the pick in your inventory and you get it. Um, I think it also looks different to a mining pick. You may want to look up some images of it just so you know what to look for. But yeah, just have a look in there and see what you find. Basically, it could be a bit of extra money. What's that, a vein or a person? A vein of ore. Okay, we're just heading up here to find a coin in a statue. Oh, for some reason it hasn't appeared here on my map, but near, I think it's this village, there's a little shrine with a pouch, and if you go there, you can get a couple of gold, a bit of gold off it. I'm just going to go with the ones here on my map, as that might count towards anything. Then again, it also might. So that's why I brought it up. 95 gold. See, it's worth doing this. It's only a little extra bit of gold, and it's not like you can farm it or anything, but still, it's extra money. And if you're, I'll take this now, might as well. And if you have like herbalism or mining, you'll find a ton of veins as you go around. And if you've got skinning, you can skin as you go around. I got both jewel crafting and mining. Not mining, blacksmithing. 100 gold. How much gold do I have? It's nearly 7k. And I really need to spend these points. I'm maxed out. Maybe I'll hold on to them for the next expansion. Oh, well, it'll help me. I guess I might have a few points, extra points starting off. If not, I'll have a ton of extra money. By a ton, I mean maybe like 20 gold. Depends on the exchange rate they decide to do. Hammer of Tens Thunders spawns on the ground, leans against a statue. Huh. Random spirit. Oh, and there's these things that lie around. If you find enough, you first to get an achievement, and when you find enough within one story, you will get a quest, and where you go and talk with a faction, and you get a ton of rep with them. Basically, you just have to get see these quests, these achievements. You have to get all these achievements in the game, and you get an exalted faction. This isn't too hard. You know what I'm doing right now? That's essentially what you do, except you find these scrolls. You read a little bit of lore, then you get to see it all acted out. I'll read this a little bit for you. Might as well. Spirit Binders. For many ages, the Mogul used flesh as a weapon, warped, bent, and twisted to their malevolent will. But after their failures in creating the Surok race, the Mogul sought to create another weapon, this time forged with total obedience. Their ancient research delivered to them methods of turning flesh to stone and back again. Lifeless rock could be animated, providing a willing or unwilling soul could be captured within. These dark rituals created the Stoneborn, soldiers of jade and dark magic, forged together with living essence of conquered victims. These creations were powerful, terrible to behold, and above all else, 100% loyal to their Mogu masters. Okay, it's not there. Maybe it's slightly around here. I'm just kind of holding out hope. I would kind of like to get as many as I could. No, I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. But here's where you come to find it. Feel free to tell me if I was like right next to an item and I just didn't see it. In fact, I encourage you to do so. Teach me to open my eyes, or not record when I'm tired. Oh, there's more spawns of it, potential spawns of it over here. Good to know. As you can tell, but okay, in the dwarf let's play, the first episode will be me starting saying like, okay, look, here's the character. I'll be back in a bit, with the name and all that done. And then I came to this to turn on subtitles. I never actually got to say that. I got kind of distracted, I guess. But I just like, this seems more fun. Let's go do this. And I just jumped in without doing an ounce of research. Ah. Basically, if you don't get this on your first sweep, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. You're just gonna have to do more than one. But do we like if you're going around? I'd say just talking out my ass here. I'd say have one or two searches, then move on. Just make sure you have a good look. Then you move on. Check back at next day, maybe day after, and work from there. You could probably even get a mod that tells you where all these, those scrolls were. But there is a series of videos. I can't remember the guy's name, sadly. Um, and he does a rep guide and shows where all the scrolls are. Level 24, I don't have a chance of catching that. The frog. This do anything? Maybe just during a quest. Yeah, I don't see it. Um, wait. Just want to make sure, because I'll kick myself if it was here and I, didn't get it. Okay, can't get that. Let's try here. There's owns wishing well. Okay. Lucky golden coin. You feel lucky. Apparently you have to look well here. The water hides the statue. And it hides it well. To be honest, I'm not even sure if it's here. Let's adjust the system settings. There's one setting that makes water really easy to see through. Maybe I can see it better this way. Huh. Doesn't seem to care. Not care. It doesn't seem to be here. Maybe it's just not spawned right now. Let's have a better look here. I brushed with my mouse like this. You know, if it changed, I'll notice. I wonder if this actually does anything, or like increasing drops or what. No, I don't see it. But basically, come here if you want to see that. Okay. See here on this windward isle. There's one here. It probably does, I don't think. Guess it doesn't count towards the achievements, but I want to show it to you anyway. I might as well. I'm here. I might as well show it to you if I'm just next to it. I know I didn't show that one, but it's a little shrine. As you're questing around, you'll find it. Damn, he's already dead. I find the rares in Northrend are pretty difficult. They're bosses in of themselves. They have patterns that you have to figure out and all that. God, I'm tired. Kind of just. Oh, jeez, a Warbringer? I can't do that one. There's different Zandalari troops that spawn throughout Pandaria. A Zandalari scout can be soloed. A Warbringer has to be taken on by 2 people. No, up to 3 people can easily. 3 people can easily do it. What do you call it? One could solo it, but you have to be very good and potentially part of a certain class. Well, I'll hope. Oh, here's the opening that I wanted to show you. Wait, is this it? Oh, Jesus, this guy's a... Okay, this could be the cave I was meant to find, but I have no idea. Gifted Naro. It seems that's the cave I was meant to find. I am not entirely sure. I no longer remember. And since I already got that reward, it won't spawn a second time for me. But basically, there's a cave around here, and I think that was it. And there's, the extra bit of gold in it. So feel free to check for that. And while you're here, I would advise having a quick look for onyx eggs, like I'm doing presently. It gives a bit of rep with the faction here. Look around. Can't see it, you just move on. Let's head to here. No, let's follow the order of the how the game goes. Set here. Okay. There's little instructions that come with this. In the house just north of the boat that is in the water. That was just porcupine. Wasn't entirely sure what it was. Just saw it out of like the corner of my eye. So, yeah. I want to do this as fast as possible as it's getting kind of early. And as such, I'm going to have to go to bed. Just because I'm exhausted. Day is it? No idea. Oh wait, I clicked this one, not the clock. Monday. Wait, what? Okay, I thought I just tricked the eyes. If you do a bit more research into this, you may have an easier time finding this than I do. So, finding the different items and whatnot. Boat building instructions. A book describing the intrinsicies of building a fine watercraft. You wouldn't understand. It looks like a hammer. Wonder I don't understand it. And why is the teapot on fire? Ancient Pandarian fishing charm. Look for a ghostly Pandarian fisherman. Ooh, here's something important to know. See this cave? Check into it. I remember in my time going in there, there was a bit of rubble in there. And if you check the rubble, you'll find an item worth 100 gold. Of course, spawning and all that. It may be somewhere else. It may just not spawn for you. But just take a look. I'm not going to go in there now. Just want to stick with these, get these done as soon as possible. This done as soon as possible because I'm just getting really tired. Oh, to be honest, I was tired when I started. And, well, it's probably going to be gone on for 2 episodes, but, still tired. Okay, it's one spawn up here. Ooh, that's a big carp. Or fishy. I don't see it here. But basically find an NPC called Ghostly Pandarian Fisherman. /TARGHOSTLYPANDAREN. The Fisher. You aren't here. If there's someone you can interact with, you should be able to target them through that manner. Ooh, ancient Pandarian craftsman. Ooh, no. Ooh, dark soil. 2 bits of dark soil, nice. With dark soil is nice because you can find items that can be turned into members of the Tiller Council, and so you can gain rep with them.